guys, I'm Rob Bass, and I'm sitting here in my studio. I got the selfie cam going, so it's a little shaky. I'm doing a review, and I was just sitting back thinking about how this all started. Right, I've been doing reviews now professionally, toy reviewer, for like 6 years. 6 years, and I was just thinking about all this time I spent making fans, making friends, meeting all these people online that I never thought I'd be even ever do, right? Like I never thought that was gonna be my thing. And I have to thank people for this. That they get 100% credit for everything that's ever happened to me, and I don't talk about it enough. Honestly, you guys know, if you know me from 6 years ago, you know that I started off on a little website called Pop Culture Network, which started off as that new toy smell, blah blah blah. And the people on that show were Pixel Dan, Jason Duvall, Dirt, Killin, Scotty Cash, Chris Vint with Alan Price, Ryan Porter, and Sween Holic, which is Luke Nichols, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Now, we were this ragtag group of toy reviewers who all got together and said, we're going to make a channel, a website, and get together and be really together. You know, it's going to be mano a mano. Well, not really mano a mano, I guess. More like just a group of guys. And I was really worried because the way I speak, and I'm from New York, and I'm not that typical kind of guy that's really happy-go-lucky and talks, I don't know, positive all the time. I don't know what it is. I started doing reviews in 2009. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I just wanted to impart my knowledge, and I figured, give it a shot. And if it wasn't for Pixel Dan, Dan Early, if you don't know who Danny is, then you live under a rock in the toy community. He was the one that gave me the go-ahead to join the site. They really liked, he really liked some of my videos. That was pretty funny, and I have to thank him first and foremost. Pixel Dan is, well, he's the man. He's the best at what he does, and there's a reason that he is the best at what he does. And everyone needs to aspire to be like Danny. And I want to thank him, and thank you, Danny. I'm going to tag you in this video, so you're going to have to watch it. And it's one of those moments where you realize, wow, that was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, when I joined 2010, I joined in January. So we're talking over 5 years ago, and here we are, 2015, and New York Comic Con coming, a whole bunch of events, and here I am doing press stuff, getting free toys from cool companies, and it really probably would never happen without you. And Pop Culture Network took me in, allowed me to be that guy who says, how you doing, and talking all really overtly dumb. And, Jason Duvall and Scotty Cash and all you awesome people, who took me in, we don't even know each other, but we know each other. I've spoken to Scotty on the phone a lot. He's an awesome human being. And, Damien I've met, and Damien was such a nice guy. He was always so cool about things. But yet, as everything goes, you drift apart. Alternative Mindz I've had since, AlternativeMindz.com started in 2001. I've had Alternative Mindz since 1993. I co-founded it with somebody else, and then it became mine a couple of years later. And then what ends up happening is, as time goes by, I was working in the comic book business. Just in case you guys don't know about me, I worked in the comic business on the outskirts, trust me. Far on the outskirts of the comic business, trying to be a writer, editor, whatever I get my hands on, And then I kind of transitioned into the film and music business, and I was doing films for several years, and that's why when I said, I could do these toy reviews, I have equipment, I have lights, I have ways of doing stuff. Why not do these reviews, right? So I just started doing it, and that fell into play where I became more known as being Rob Bass, the toy reviewer, than anything else. And of course the comic books were part of it, and everything. Then the next evolution was Chris Vint. Chris Vint's one of my best friends online ever. He is a sweetheart of a man. You can never talk bad about him because I'll punch you in the face if he did. Chris Vint brought me on the Masters Universe Chronicles. Am I saying it right? Did I forget the podcast that I was always on? And Chris really took me in, and we talked about comics. I got to be myself and be funny and show what I can do, in terms of podcasting. And then in 2011, Danny introduced me to Val Staples. Val is the coolest human being you could ever meet in life. If you do not like Val Staples, you're probably not you don't know him personally. He's a really cool guy. I mean, he took me in and brought me onto the Rose Scoople dinner, and I've become that special attraction when you want to hear me trash Filmation or or whatever crap comes out of my mouth. Val does a good job of keeping me like level, and he's such a nice guy, and I still talk to him to this day. Every time he's in New York, I make sure I see these guys, and I thank them all the time. They're really the best. I didn't thank Pop Culture Network enough for what they did in the past, so I'm making this video to thank them. I don't know why I've decided now to make this video. I could have done it a while ago. I don't know. I was just on the train coming home. I'm stuck in the train because New York City trains suck. If you don't know the history of New York trains, they suck. So I was stuck in the train for like 15 minutes just sitting there going nowhere, going, I should do this video. So I'm doing my video with my selfie stick, which is banned at San Diego Comic Con, so don't you dare bring a selfie stick because you won't get a San Diego Comic Con with it. And I have to do some more work. Do a cool Diamond Select Toys right behind me, just in case. That's a cheap plug right there. Diamond Select Toys rocks. And yeah, guys, go look for Pixel Dan. Look for Jason Duvall, Toy World Order, PixelDan.com, PopCultureNetwork.com, Ryan Porter. Go check out Positively Nerdy. I think it's PositivelyNerdy.com. Ryan Porter is an amazing guy, and we worked well together. Chris Vent is doing the Comic Gents, which you'll see on AlternativeMindz.com. We post it there all the time. Cheap plug for AlternativeMindz.com. And like Sweetholic, which he's kind of fell off the face of the earth with the Turtle reviews, and I kind of miss his Teenage Mutant Turtle videos, Hopefully he'll get back into it because he's a really awesome person. So, yeah, I'm kissing people's asses today. So, Val Staples, you're the man. Pixel Dan, you're the man. And even guys who I've just recently became friends with, who I just learned about, like guys like Sean. Well, I've known who the hell Sean Long was for a very long time, but he now has, we met each other a couple years ago, and now we try to constantly do that Facebook conversational. Not too often. We support each other's things. So, Sean Long, you rock. And I have to say, Shardamus Prime. I just met him at New York Toy Fair this past year. I've only seen his videos, and I actually got to sit down and talk with him. Joked around, had a good time, and had a good conversation in the press lounge. And you're a cool cat. And you get a thumbs up from me. So, believe it or not, that's nature chirping in the back. I don't know if you can hear the birds. It's freaking me out. It's New York. We shouldn't have birds. But I want to thank you guys for supporting me for all these years. And continue to, because AlternativeMinds.com gets a lot of visitors. We're talking 70,000 plus, sometimes 300,000 people. Hasn't translated to money, but it's not about money. It's about the love of what we do. Toys, comic books, video games, pop culture, wrestling. Our wrestling podcast, The Wrestling Court with Julian Cannon, is doing really good. And I can't complain about what we're doing. I'm very proud of everything we've accomplished. And I can't have these accomplishments without the people who have got me there. So guys, go support all the people I was talking about. Go check them out. And thank you for listening to this 9-minute video, which has nothing to do with toys, other than the toy I got in the background. So alright guys, I want to thank you guys again. I'll see you guys soon, and no really, thanks man.